Hi everyone, welcome back to CAD Technocrat. I hope you enjoyed my previous video, which was the tutorial 1 of the beginner series. So here this is the tutorial 2 of the beginner series. So today I am going to teach you how to start from the scratch, means how you will draw anything in the sketch workbench. So just click on the start and go to the mechanical design. Now click on the sketcher. Here you can enter your part name. Further I will tell you what is the meaning of these two options. So suppose I want to give a name to my file is bg02 and okay. So here it is showing the part name of your file. Okay, so here this is a 3D window. Yeah, it is a 3D workbench. It is called the part design workbench, but we want to enter into the sketcher workbench. So just click on any plane. You can see the XY plane, YZ plane and ZX plane. Suppose I want to choose YZ plane, so I will click on the YZ plane. It is depend up to you that how do you want to manage your toolbar. These all are the toolbars of the sketch workbench. Here you can see the profile toolbar, this is operation toolbar, this is constraint toolbar, and this is profile toolbar again. So here you can drag and drop your toolbar as per your comfort. So suppose I want to arrange this here, and this operation toolbar here, and this is the constraint toolbar. I want to adjust here. So this is the graph. It is showing that graph, and the size of this graph is 10 by 10 mm. This is 10 mm, 10 mm and 10 mm. This block is of 10 by 10 mm. It is showing the direction or the plane. Suppose this is the direction Y, this is the direction Z. That means it is a X. This is the YZ plane. So, and this is a coordinate, and it's showing the horizontal plane, and it is showing the vertical direction. This is horizontal direction and this is vertical direction. So here this is a toolbar. So first of all I want to draw something. First another important thing is this toolbar. This is sketch tools. If you want to off or on your grid, so you can click on this grid off, grid on, grid off, grid on. Further I will tell you what is the meaning of this toolbar and what is the use of this toolbar. This is called a snap to point toolbar. So let's start. This is the profile toolbar. Suppose I want to draw any profile, so just click on this profile toolbar, and suppose I want to start from here, so just click here. Now drag your mouse, click here, again click, release, click button and release the button. Now drag your mouse, so you can draw a continuous profile until the profile will not be closed, just like this. And suppose I want to draw any arc in the continuation from this profile, so just click left button, hold it and drag the mouse and release it, just like this. So, and when I will end this profile here, from where I started this profile, so this profile will be closed and that toolbar will be deactivated. This profile tool will be deactivated like this. It is showing this profile is orange, the color is changed, that means this profile is closed. So this is the profile toolbar. Second one is the rectangular. Okay, suppose if you want to delete this profile, so just drag, click the left button and drag your profile, so the whole profile will be selected, and now you can press the delete button, so the whole profile will be delete. Another thing is what it shows. It means it shows this line is totally horizontal and this line is totally vertical. You can see that there is no symbol on that this type of line, these two lines, because it is neither horizontal nor vertical. That's why there is no indication. This symbol shows it is the tangent line. It is tangent with this arc. This line and this arc is tangent with each other. It is also symbol of tangency. This is the symbol of the parallelism. It shows that this line and this line is parallel to each other. Okay, so suppose I want to delete, just click left and drag your mouse and press the delete button. The profile will be deleted. Second one is the rectangle toolbar. Just click on that rectangle button. Suppose I want to start from here, I will click here, then release button, then drag your mouse, then click here. The rectangle will be drawn. Suppose I want to give a dimension on this. I have a shortcut also. This you can see, this is the horizontal vertical position actually. Suppose I want to start from here because it is the origin, so that's why it is showing the h value is 0 and v value is also 0, that is a 0 0 coordinate value. Now click here, drag your mouse. Now I will press the tab button. Press tab and tab. Here you can see the current width is 170. Suppose I want to draw a rectangle of 100 by 100, so I will press 100, then tab, then put the value 100 and then enter. So here you can see this is a rectangle of 100 by 100 simply. This is the circle toolbar. Okay, let me complete the whole rectangle first. This is also the rectangle first. The second one is oriented rectangle. Just click on the oriented rectangle and click here and click here, because oriented rectangle, that means we want to draw a rectangle in any orientation. So just I will draw a inclined line. Click here and now click here. So you can see it is a oriented rectangle. The another one is parallelogram. Parallelogram, that means the two edges of this rectangle will be parallel. Suppose I will draw a vertical line. Now drag this and you can draw in any angle. So you can see that this line is parallel and this line is parallel to each other. Next one is elongated hole. Just click on elongated hole. Just click here, release button and click here, or now drag your mouse. So it is a elongated hole, and here it is showing the dimension. So just double click on this, and suppose I want to put a radius of 20 mm. So just put the 20 value and enter. So it is a elongated hole with a radius of 20 mm. Now next one is cylindrical elongated hole. It is also elongated hole, but it will be follow a curvature. So just click here. It is a center point of circle, and click another side and draw this one. So this will be the elongated hole. Here you can change also radius. It is a elongated hole. Next one is keyhole. Click on this, click here and click here, and now drag your mouse, click here and now drag your mouse, click here. So it will be a keyhole. Next one is hexagon. Click on the hexagon, put a center point, now release button and just click here. It is a hexagon. Next one is centered rectangle. Just click on the centered rectangle option, and suppose I want to draw a rectangle about a center. Suppose this is a center and I want to draw a rectangle from here. So just click on here and you can see a rectangle is originated from a center. Here again, height in the option height and width, you can put the dimension. Suppose it is 100 by 100. Put the 100. In next one, put the 100. The next one is centered parallelogram. Just click on this, and suppose I want to draw a parallelogram, which is the in this type of rectangle. I need one side is parallel to this and second side is parallel to this. So I just click on this line and this line, and now drag your mouse. So you can see a centered parallelogram is generated. Here this line is parallel to this line, and this line is parallel to this line. This is a centered parallelogram. Now if you want to delete all profiles, just drag this and delete. Now in profile toolbar, next one is the circle toolbar. Okay, I will teach you the remaining toolbar in the next video. First I will teach you how you can give the constraints, or how you use constraint toolbar, or how you give a dimension to these all profiles. Okay, so suppose first I draw a rectangle. Suppose randomly I am drawing a rectangle. This is my rectangle. Now I want to give dimension. I want to modify this rectangle. So go to the constraint toolbar. This is a constraint toolbar. Just click on constraint toolbar and click here. Click here. Again constraint toolbar, click in line, release button, and drag your mouse and click here. Sometime you will see that there is no toolbar on your screen. You will not you are not able to use your toolbar because they are not appear on your screen. So what is the suppose by mistake I close this toolbar. Suppose I close this. So how you can restore toolbar? A simple way. Just put your cursor here, right click here, and now go to the customize. In customize, just select on the toolbar. Now go to the restore all content. Okay, then restore options, then okay. So and now close it. Now you are seeing the all toolbar are successfully appearing on the screen. Just close these two because this is not useful right now. Drag this here, drag constraint toolbar here, and now drag profile toolbar. Okay, so in this way you can restore or you can relocate your all toolbar. Okay, so this is a constraint toolbar. Now double click on this, and suppose I want to put 200. This is 200. I want to put it here 100. This is a 100. So it is a 100 by 200 rectangle. Now I want to relimit, or I want to give a dimension to this rectangle from this reference. So again click on constraint toolbar, click on this line, and now click this reference line, and now drag here. I want to put 200. Okay, I want to put a distance of rectangle from this reference is 200. This is a 200, and I want to relocate this rectangle from this vertical line to the 50 mm. Now double click on this and now put 50. This is the 50 mm. So it is a fully constrained rectangle. Why it is showing the green color? Because it is fully constrained. Here it is 200 from here, and it is 50 from here, and the already we have already put the area of this rectangle. So now we cannot put any other dimension in this rectangle. That's why it is fully constrained. Okay, next one is oriented rectangle. So I will draw oriented rectangle, and this is oriented rectangle. Again use the constraint toolbar to give dimension like this. Double click, put dimension. Another one is elongated hole. Click on elongated hole, draw a elongated hole, drag this, and now I can give the dimension. I will put a 30 mm radius. This is 30, and now I want to define a length of this elongated hole. Just click here and click here. Suppose it is 259, so I need a length of 300 mm. So just put 300. So it is a 300. Next one is elongated. Click here, define a center. Just click here and this here. Now drag and release. Zoom it. I need a R10, and I need a radius. Okay, I want to define the radius of this arc. So just again go to the constraint toolbar, click this reference line and drag here. It is a radius of 132. I need a 150, so I will put 150. Now it is a circle with having radius of 150 mm. Okay, so next one is keyhole profile. Click on keyhole profile, draw here a keyhole profile. Okay, this is the radius. Put the radius, suppose it is R20. It is this is the another radius. I will put R10. Now I want to give the radius and length. Click here by using constraint toolbar, and I need 50 mm, so it is a 50 mm. Now next one is hexagon. Just click on hexagon, define a center point. Now drag like this. Now click on constraint toolbar and just click on the upper edge and the lower edge. Just drag this and now double click on it and put 100. So it will be a hexagon which is inside a circle. This is a reference circle and the edge to edge distance is 100 mm. The next one is centered rectangular and centered parallelogram. So it is understood. You can use constraint toolbar in the remaining profiles. Okay, so that's for today from my side. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you need any doubt, if you ask any questions, so please comment, and please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.